Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I really appreciate it. It really matters, and I'm really grateful, especially those people who've been booking readings with me. Thanks. I am going to do 2 free readings as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. Today we're asking, how do others see you? Pile 1 is the world, pile 2 is judgment, pile 3 is the King of Cups, and pile 4 is the Five of Cups. So just take a moment, choose which one is the right one for you, and we will move on to pile number 1 with the world. Hello, my gorgeous and talented world people. oh, So with the world is something that you've moved on to another cycle. You've graduated. So people see you achieving. The Devil. I feel like people see you overcoming things that held you back. Because once you're already with the Devil, once you're already to the world, you've already moved past that. It's like you've had things that were holding you back, but you graduated from that. You were victorious over that. It could be an internal issue you had to get over. It could have been another person, but people see you as somebody that has achieved over, you've moved past anything that's difficult or toxic. You're happy with who you are and you're willing to move forward for your highest and best good. Yeah, you're ready to have a brand new beginning. You've ended anything that sucked. So with the Three of Wands, you are somebody that's, you're... I just suddenly started hearing thank you next. You're like, I will do whatever wasn't good. You're moving on. You're strong within yourself. You're moving forward. And you're really concentrating on your future goals, or at least this is how other people see you. With the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords kind of came out together. So do people feel that you're defensive? I almost feel like that they may feel defensive in relation to you. Yeah. That I don't even think that they see you as defensive so much as you're good alone, you're moving forward and you're happy. I think that especially if they didn't treat you well, they're not very happy. That brings them anxiety, that makes them defensive. Yeah, especially if there was, specific people who were treating you in a kind of toxic way. They're both anxious and defensive. They're like, I feel like they see what's going on with you getting better, and I feel like mostly you've just moved on from them, but it's almost like they're waiting for you to act like they acted towards you. It's like they're ready because they're like, well, they're gonna Yeah, I think that some people really did do you wrong, and those people are kind of like, I'll be ready, in kind of like, but I feel like mostly you're just like, cool, I'm just moving on with my life. I'm taking better options. And it's almost like they're still thinking that you're even going to fight them. And I feel like you've long stopped, wanting to deal with that. You're here going towards your next dream, building that up because because you're male or female, you're in your Empress energy. You're just in, I'm going to create, I'm going to be abundant, good things are going to come to you. So, like, there are some people that I feel like that, you know, if they're still in your life at all, you've you mostly stopped caring, but they're just, it's almost like they're ready. It's almost like they're ready to have the other part of the fight that you're no longer willing to engage in. You're like, well, cool, but I'm going to be over here doing, what I want to do. Well, so some people see that like the dynamics have changed between you. Yeah, I think some people are really shocked how the dynamics have changed between you. Because mostly you've gone inside, really concentrated on your abundance. You're like, people, that's the Nine of Pentacles the second time, and the Empress. It's like people see you as like you're good with you. I think that it's really, and you're going to like make choices that make you happy. But I feel like there are some people who are still, it's almost like they're still hoping you'll engage with them. Even though it's not like they want to give you what they still want to support their position, but you're definitely past it. Or you at least give the impression that you are. So with the pie, I feel like, yeah, you're mostly like, I'm moving on. I'm going inside. I'm if there is love in the situation, I'm searching out love that loves me back. You're really looking, people see you as somebody who, the Empress is very nurturing. You're somebody that is, you bring the sense of happiness and home with you. You're somebody who's very loving. I've got the little bow. So I feel like, and it's red. Is this a red? Yeah, I feel like some people really feel very attached to you. I've got the mask with my little no face. So this one, do they feel like you're not? I feel like there are some people you're no longer sharing your emotions with. That it's not really that you're not being authentic so much as like, if they've already demonstrated that they can't be trusted, you're like, If they even can get to you anymore, you're not letting them see it. Yeah. And yeah, so people see you as very nurturing. People see you as somebody who has your stuff together, who's moving towards your financial goals, who, you know, is definitely pulling back from any sort of drama, that you're just here to win, have a new beginning towards something that you're really, really inspired regarding. That, yeah, and only, and you're only accepting situations, whether it's financial, whether it's romantic, you're only accepting situations in which, both your needs are equally met. You know, it's while it seems reasonable, so people have seen you blossom and grow and transform. And any broken connection that you have, you're done with. You're no longer engaging, and I feel like some of these people really still want to engage, but you're willing to release them. Because you're only open to situations that will work together with you, and you're making steady, step by step improvements within your own life. And with the panda, so the panda, it can sometimes be about needing more intimacy, but I'm not really getting that. I feel like even though you're definitely willing to take your energy back, but I feel like that this isn't about physical or emotional intimacy. I think that this is about people really wanting to feel close to you. Like, because you are this person who's very loving, very nurturing, who's really takes care of themselves. You're willing, like, you're even willing to, like, if I need to start over again, if I need to start from the bottom, I'll do it, because on some level you're aware that as long as you have you're going to be good. And that's why you're definitely moved on from any negative energy towards you, except some of those people who showed you a lot of negativity, they're now feeling really defensive about it, and they're really feeling very anxious about it, because I don't think that they thought you were just going to move past them into, and really consider what you need in any situation that you're in. So mostly people see you as just moving forward into what will make you happy, what will fulfill your desires. And mostly people want to be part of that. I feel like even the people that you left behind want to be a part of that. They just can't, because they were the thing that was keeping you behind. 6:06 is on the clock, so 6 might be significant. Thank you very much. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you subscribe and you comment. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and booking readings. It all really matters, and I'm really grateful. So we're going to move on to pile number 2 and judgment. So pile number 2 with my judgment people. Why you gotta get all judgy? All right. All right. With judgment, Now, judgment, is it people... I'm going to get some clarity because it could be people see you as having a new beginning. People seeing you... Okay, I'm getting that people trust your judgment. You tend to show good judgment. With the Hermit, you're somebody who's very introspective. Death. That's 3 out of the 4 cards I just pulled for so far. All 3 have been major arcana. I'm going to pull a 4th one, which is also major arcana. So people see that something very significant is happening in your life. With the Death and the Tower, it is good that you have the Judgment with Death. So I feel like you have had some endings, but they're coming and going to be rebirthed into new beginnings. But some of these endings for you were very difficult. But people do see you as somebody who... I feel like people see you as somebody who's calm. People see you as somebody who's wise. That you will take the time to make a decision. It's one of the reasons why people trust your judgment, because you're not somebody who's actually very quick to do it. You're somebody who takes in a lot of information. I feel like you can take a long time deciding, but because you spent so much time really thinking things through, your judgments tend to be very good, and they tend to be pretty final, which can be a little bit dramatic for other people. I feel like sometimes... because sometimes you're slow for these judgments, people don't really realize that, once you really make up your mind, you just really made up your mind, that they're already working their second chance, So, with the 2 of Cups, almost thought it was the Lovers for a second, just because of all the major arcana. So, with the 2 of Cups, you are somebody who's giving and loving in relationships. And, surprise, surprise, you are also somebody who expects to also be given to and loved in those relationships. I think that occasionally people get shocked by that. And those people tend to no longer get to be a part of your life. Because you are somebody who has a lot of fire and passion. Yeah, a lot of fire and passion. And you are willing to move forward on what you believe in. You will do it. And you will do it if it's really hard. Like, it's like you're going to take responsibility and action in your life. You're like, you really do spend a lot of time considering, but once you've decided, it's like there's nothing that's going to stop your actions. You resolute is the word that I'm getting. Very resolute. With the 8 of Swords, because I'm really not getting that you're trapped in any way. Do people... Because I feel like this is how sometimes people feel in relation to you. Yeah, because I don't... I mean, I can't say that you've never been there because we're all human, but I feel like sometimes people just make the assumption that they're trapped in certain situations. And I'm getting that you're willing, you're willing to let whatever is faulty burn. And because of that, people people get anxious around you because you are so resolute that you will, like, if you find out somebody that you've known for 10 years has, been treating you badly, you'll let it go. You're not going to have it be, like I think that you'll, like, really consider it. But after you resolve the facts, you're just like, well, it is, so I'm getting that you're very resolute, that you do, that you're definitely here for the people who are here for you. But sometimes people get very anxious and feel very trapped because you're willing to make big moves that other people are scared to do. It's like, yeah, you're just going to, I mean, there's a little bit of, you're just going to keep going forward. Like, so people see you as resolute, but people see you as willing to go forward. People see you as somebody who's willing to drop anything that doesn't work. That they see you as somebody that you're willing to, transform your life. You're willing to have your life look nothing like it was. So with the Four of Swords, yeah, I think you're an interesting dichotomy because you're like, okay, spend the time, do your consideration, heal what you can heal. Okay, it can't be healed, we're done. So it's like it's not that you're not hasty in any way, but but people see you as somebody that, once you've made that consideration, once you've made that judgment call, you'll go down with it. You're like how do others see you? Shine. Yeah. People see you as somebody with this intense internal light. And again, they see you as somebody who, if people are there for you, you're there for those people. But, I feel like you may take a second before you cut somebody out of your life completely. You're going to take some time. You're going to consider it. You're going to, like think it out. And then once you've come to that internal realization, it's going to be swift and complete. So I feel like sometimes people, because you are somebody who gives people chances. You are somebody, I'm hearing, you occasionally give people rope to hang themselves with, like, what are you going to do with this opportunity I just gave you? But yeah, with like a bow, I think I'm getting like memory. So I feel like you definitely you may forgive but you don't forget. And if somebody keeps doing something, yeah. I feel like it's especially repetitive negative actions. Like I think you'll let people make corrections, but if they don't want to, then they don't have to. So I'm gonna go back to those two, but yeah, you're very spiritually in tune, and especially with the first four cards being a major arcana, I think that you are very much willing to trust your internal guidance, which is definitely heavily being inspired by spiritual guidance. Yeah, I feel like you're willing to release those connections that don't serve you. Um, and yes, this does make some people, especially people who just can't even conceive of this, they feel like sometimes you make other people feel like cowards. Sometimes you make other people realize that they don't need to stay in things, and it's really not by you telling them anything but just by you living your example. um I feel like you're willing to let go, but you still have an open heart, and you're willing to like reopen, you know. It's just but you're not willing to reopen to the people who harmed you. Now it's you definitely, I'm getting that through your own experience there's been lots of twists and turns along the way, a lot of things, but ultimately it has just made your heart more beautiful. With the panda, this came up for the first reading. I get that you have all this, you know, internal light, and you have all this fire, but you also have this softer, um but still strong side, like, and that you still want this intimacy. Now I have Neptune, which I know you may not be able to see too well. So like if you relate to a mermaid or something like that, because I also sometimes get Capricorn off of this because of the goat, and he's got this, you know, the facial hair and the tail. Um, but of course, potential water signs. But this is also like a king of, even though, you know, Capricorn's obviously an earth sign, the I also, it can be like the king of water for me, because obviously he's the king of the ocean. Um, so I'm getting like king of water, like people can see that you hold a lot of deep emotions, but you're also in astounding control of them. But yeah, you're so people just get the impression that, well, they reevaluate their life choices because of, quite frankly, the bravery in which you live your life, where you're just really willing to let go of anything that has proven itself to be bad for you. And it's just you'll make that hard call, and you don't do it immediately, but you do it permanently. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 2,000. I'm sorry, I already hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you have subscribed and you comment and you're in the running. And I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It all matters. Booking readings. And we're going to move on to pile number 3 with the King of Cups. Hello, my gorgeous King of Cups. It is time to see how others see you. How do others see you? Pile number 3. With the King of Cups. Ooh, the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. So I feel like you're somebody who has a lot of emotional intelligence. You are willing to... I think that you're willing but selective about what emotions you let people see. With the Hanged Man, I'm going to get a little bit of clarity on the Hanged Man. Do they see you as soft? Why is the Hanged Man here? Okay, I'm getting creativity. You are somebody that is able to have a very unique perspective. Are you guys a little bit on the empathic side? I'm not, I mean, maybe some of you, but that's not what I'm getting. The Chariot. Okay, I'm also getting that people feel like you're holding yourself back. That something needs to get balanced for you to move forward. How do people feel about you? I mean, people feel a lot of love and affection for you. Like you do bring out a lot of joy and happiness. And I feel like you're really good at... The reason why I was thinking empath at first, because you're really willing, you're really good at communicating with your feelings. I mean, I think you are selective about who you share them with, but you're good at communicating them, and you tend to you bring a lot of happiness and joy. But with the Queen of Swords, I get that you can also be a little bit emotionally distant. So, like, yeah, I'm getting that you are very emotionally intelligent, but you have these strong boundaries. Even though the emotion is very strong in you, you're judging to see whether or not somebody is worth letting them get any closer. Like and I feel like sometimes that slows things down. So I feel that while you're loving, you're caring, you're a little closed off. You're a little bit, let's see you take one step out of line, you know. It can be a little bit intense, and I feel like you're having to look at things in a different way than you did before. And maybe that's what's caused you to be more defensive. Yeah. Because you have faced I'm getting like just foolish drama that I'm getting that you're a little quick on the trigger. How do others see you? Still, people do see you in that loving, caring, light. It's just, yeah, you're very, but again, I'm just getting with the King of Cups twice. This, I think that you're very selective about who you let in and how much you let that person in. How do others see you? People see you as a little stuck, because that was the Hanged Man twice. You've got the King of Cups and the Hanged Man, and both of them came out twice. I mean, are you trying to fight? I'm getting that there's some internal struggle. People think that there's some internal struggle of why you're stuck. Why you, for some reason, haven't yet moved forward. How do others see you? Are you somebody, because you were the King of Cups, King of Cups twice, the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about showing you care with actions. But I feel like that's almost like a little blocked for you. I feel like you're a little afraid to. Because you do have this defensive, this really stuck energy. And I feel like people do want to show you that they care. But I feel like that it may be hard for them to get past your defenses with the Judgment card. Give me some clarity on the Judgment, please. Two of Wands. I feel like it's like there are things telling you to have a restart, to move forward. Or maybe just people really see that you can have this new beginning, that you can really move forward, that you can go towards happiness. But they see you spinning your wheels when ultimately they think that you can have victory. You just need to get into a point where you're willing to move again. So people want you to detach from what is keeping you held in place. I've got now some of you could be Greek. Yeah, I'm getting maybe some of you are. But it's like to some extent, something happened. Something happened that took you, and it's like you're trying to be somebody else. You're trying to be somebody, or at least people see you as somebody who's trying to be colder. So with the daughter charm, I mean, so you may have a daughter. Some of you have some. What is part of the things that make it hard for you to move forward is this, and keep you conflicted. Maybe some unresolved childhood issue. But still, you're getting. People still see you as wise. You are still somebody who's getting input from the divine. Like you're getting, like your third eye is active. You're getting input. But I feel like you had some sort of heartache, and that means that you're too conflicted about moving forward. And you're just closed off to everything. Yeah, and even this, when it's like your great strength is your emotions. And people do think that, you could make a decision to move forward and have this new rebirth and actually find real happiness for yourself. But I feel like some people, at least, think that you're lost in a heartbreak. You're not moving forward with it, and it's like you're not seeing what new options you can take. I will say that you do inspire a lot of desire in people also, but yeah, I think that in some ways you think that because there's been so many twists and turns, there might be something wrong with your heart now, but still, your heart is and always has been beautiful. But you need to be more open to intimacy. It's funny because this has come up with every pile and it's meant something slightly different. But with the 3 spirals, I'm going with mind, body, spirit on this one. It's, and like, I feel like you're starting to put a connection to that with your mind, body, spirit, and value, just really being able to just knowing that is part of your value, you taking care of yourself. So I mean, people do see that, but at least to other people, they see that you are somebody that gives off this warm, loving energy. But they see you like almost trying to be a colder person than you are, and they see you as sticking in one place instead of moving forward. So this is just how they see you, not necessarily how you are. But people just see that there's so much more that you could have. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you have subscribed and you comment and you're in the running. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It all matters, and I am very grateful. And we're going to move on to my gorgeous pile number 4s with the 5 of Cups. And it was at 4. So pile number 4 at at uh, at the timestamp being 4444. With the 5 of Cups. I'm gonna get some more clarity on this before I decipher it, but it tends to be about regret or paying attention to what was lost instead of what you have. How do others see you? The Hermit. Come on. May I have a card, please? Thank you. The Queen of Swords. Okay, people see you as very withdrawn. Very withdrawn. And they think that it's because of some disappointment that you've experienced. But they see you as really, it's like you're not open for business in the heart space right now, because you are, or at least people see you so concentrated on a loss, that you've really withdrawn. But with the Star, people think that you are going to heal, that you are going to get better, that you're going to, people see you as somebody that's amazing, that there is going to be this opening up, this hope, this happiness for you again. How do people see you? But right now, people see you as, I feel like fighting everybody out of your life, just like not willing to let people in. Even people who really want to have something very stable and loving, with you. I feel like it, at least people feel like it's not really selective so much as you're, it's not that you're not letting, people feel like you're not letting anybody in. Even the people who just really want to be there for you. How are people feeling about you right now? I feel like people feel like they need to be kind of careful with you right now. Like that maybe things will get better, but they're going to, like, I feel like there are some people in your life that are just kind of trying to water the seeds and hope that things will get better with you. It's like it's almost like you're a hurt animal. Obviously you're not an animal, but you're at the point where, like, even if somebody's coming to, like, bring you something that, it takes a while for you to see that they're not harming you. I feel like there are some people who have hope that that also their connections with you are going to get better, that, that the time and effort that they put in with you is going to pay off. How do others see you? Are you moving on? Yeah. I feel like, even though you're still very defensive and and kind of blocking everything, you are willing to move forward. But I feel like I'm getting this lone wolf kind of thing. Like, I feel like it's not you and someone else. I feel like you're the only one in the boat. And not because other people won't come with you or don't want to, but I feel like they weren't invited. How do people feel about you right now? People feel like they could build something stable with you. I feel like that there is a specific person who has a lot of hope regarding you, that they could build something with you. That they have at least thought that you were somebody that they could have this stable, happy life with. How do others see you? But people see you as very much holding on to things that aren't really serving you anymore, at least from their perspective. How do others see you? They kind of see you as somebody who may be staying stuck. Even, it's like you can let down the burden. You don't have to stay stuck. You can take the offers of stability. Again, offers of stability. People feel like that you're getting opportunities to heal, and they want you to take them, and to some extent they're not 100% sure that you will. Yeah. But they feel like you can. But I feel like even if somebody comes in and tries to help you, you struggle with them. Or at least that's how people feel. But at the same time, you do bring a lot of happiness and joy to people. People see that you can grow or feel like that they're, that you can have a new beginning, that you can have this healing. But right now, people see you as just so stuck in concentrating on what's not working. That you may be not looking at the opportunities that are in front of you. And you may be fighting the people who are trying to nurture you. Self-worth. So people are seeing some self-worth issues. But there are definitely people who really have this really pure love towards you. I've got don't panic. It's just people see you as very reactive. That you know, and they would like you to take your guard down enough that that they could be there for you with the mask. Well, I mean the mask on the self-worth card, but yeah, right now, like, people see you as really needing to embrace your self-worth, because other people see you as valuable and want to build things with you. But, you know, I think some people think that you are holding onto this loss so much because it reminds you of perhaps the things that you don't like about yourself. And that's why it's hard for you to let it go. So I don't get that you're wearing a mask to other people. But I feel like you can't see yourself. Like, the veil is too thick. So sometimes people are seeing, you know, that they, you know, these new beginnings and this light, and, you know, wanting to nurture the good things that they see in you. But it's like that mask doesn't allow you to see these same qualities that other people see in you. So it makes these losses so much more personal. It makes you hold on to them. Yeah. It's funny because people are confident that you can achieve, that if they just, you know, that all these good things will happen. But they also realize that you have to also be willing to let good things happen to you. So with the red bow, I'm getting that people want to have a connection with you. But it's like you're trying to turn your heart off. And I feel like people see the potential of who you could be. And often they're like, they see that and like, that's a good start. We could set something up. But it's almost that you need to see these new beginnings that are here for you. You need to see that you can have something that's loving and equal. You need to feel good enough for good things. So, I mean, people are very, I'm getting in love with the potential that they see in you. But sometimes it all gets lost because you're concentrating on pain and loss. Um, and your own lack of worth. Not that you have a lack of worth, it's just that you have so much trouble seeing it. And that has to do, especially if that doesn't happen in a vacuum. I mean, you have probably had a lot of difficult situations and you do want to move on from those. It's just, but people see you as somebody, it's like you don't want to ever open up again. But at the same time, people want to offer you intimacy. People want to work together with you. They want to move forward. And quite frankly, they're willing to, at least there are some people who are really willing to spend whatever time it takes to slowly, help you. Because they can see your value. And you get this higher knowledge. And I feel like also, if you notice, her third eye is lit up. So I mean, you do get this input from the universe. So it's almost like you do know better, but you're holding back so much, and people do want to have brand new beginnings with you. You're somebody that people want to have something stable with. You're somebody who people want to have this passionate life with. You're somebody that people are willing to be patient for because they want to really build something that will last, and that, and they see all this potential and beauty with you. But they also see that, until you're willing, you need to be willing to receive the love. And just because, you've had a lot of twists and turns, you've had a lot of painful experiences, doesn't make your heart any less beautiful. But yes, the people do feel like that you do have self-worth issues, and they truly wish that you could see the beauty that they see in you, and they wish that they could get let in so that they could be there for you more. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you've subscribed and you comment and you're in the running. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do like, share, subscribe, comment, or book readings, that all matters. I'm very grateful for all of it. Thank you so much.